Good morning. Hope everybody had a good weekend. This is Tony Clark. This one won't be an actual podcast. This is more of a video. I wanted to share with you some video that Nima Garavi had shot at the 2003 IHSA July Officials Clinic. It was one of the breakout sessions with Nate Kesson. He talked a little bit about Arbiter, and he talked about how you as an official can use track wrestling, to help keep things moving along. He's just giving you some tidbits here and there, and a couple of tidbits about, making your Arbiter experience a little bit better. So that's what this video is going to be about. There was a little bit of AC noise in our room because it was hot in July, so I apologize for that, but I believe otherwise you'll be able to hear everything that Nate had to put out. I hope you enjoy the video, and have a good week. Thank you.
It's really important, because if you're not showing up as available in the assignment tool in Arbiter, then you're not going to get dates. Alternatively, if you are showing up as available and Mike is assigning something for one of his conferences, and he assigns you to that meet, and then you decline and say, hey, I'm not available, and that happens a couple times, it's going to piss Mike off, or whoever the assigner is, right? So there will be repercussions there too. So what can you do to combat that? Well, there's actually a schedule blocking tool in here. Okay, and so say the 22nd, so 23rd this year is Thanksgiving. All right, I'd rather not work on the 23rd because on the 22nd I'm going to be hosting my family at my house and dealing with all the preparation for that. So I can click right over here, see where it says action, click block all day. All right, and select that. Now I'm blocked. Okay. Now, if you belong to more than one group, like say IWOA is the group in Illinois that there's about 9 assignments underneath that group. But say there's a separate Arbiter group out in Western Illinois. And say that's the D1 wrestling group. Okay. And you can go and select all groups, and then that way that block will then apply to all groups that you're aligned with. And so every group that was assigned, you can see that you're going to go with it. Now, say that I become available, okay? Now I want to work the 23rd. So I click clear blocks, and then go click on the date, all right? And now it opens me up for the 23rd, now I'm available. So now I can assign you to a game, currently, whatever, all right? We talked about travel limits earlier. If you do have travel limits, and say they're different on certain days, you can go in and say, I want to go to Friday. I can only go 20 miles from my house. Right? I can go 20 miles. All right. Click this green box, save it, and now the assigners will know that hey, I shouldn't pop up on anything over 20 miles. I'm not going to travel that far. So some of the stuff is preventative to get you at the ideal assignments, to not cause rework or additional work on your end or on the assigner's end. So other than that, there's a lot of other functionality you can mess around with in here, but there's no use for any of this in my opinion that I've seen. So those are the main functions there within the actual desktop version. So if we go to the app version of Arbiter, so we go to the app version. All right, I'll go to Arbiter. It's got Face ID, you can set it up. Okay, so this is what your this is your home screen. You just go straight to your schedule. All right, and so from today until November 24th, I've got nothing in Arbiter between now and then, so that's why that's the first date that shows up. All right, I can also look at a calendar view by clicking that calendar button up in the upper right hand corner, just go left to the plus sign, And now it'll show me calendar wise. Say I want to get into the actual months of the season. Now I can see, okay, let's say I'm talking to Mark at a tournament, and he's like, hey, are you working, Saturday to Sunday night? I say he assigned to a couple schools. Well, I can just pull my calendar up on my phone, either in the app right here, and look at it this way and say, no, right now I'm open on the night, okay? So if it's Saturday night, I'm open the second and night, all right? Or I can click on it that way, scroll down and see I'm open. Or I'll show you something in a little bit, but I can go in my actual calendar here, and I can go to December 9th in my calendar, and I can see that I'm free, but nothing going on. Okay, there's nothing there. I'll show you how to send your calendar to your phone. All right, so that is the calendar piece. Now, we talked about blocks earlier, and how to block out your schedule if you're not available. If you get a game in Arbiter, it'll automatically block that date for you. It'll show you how to game. Say, John, you talked about that for the most part, the dates you get aren't in Arbiter at all.
Right.
So say there's a conference or somebody close to you starts to use Arbiter quite a bit, and you want to make sure that you're communicating that you're not available on certain days. That's where you're going to go hit this plus sign in the upper right-hand corner, and then you can add a block. Okay? You can make it an all-day block. Okay, or a partial block, so you unclick that all-day button and then enter the times that you're not available. Say it's for multiple days, so you can just put through Saturday, July 8th through July 15th, vacation, Florida. Okay, get done. Now you can select which groups, got all groups selected. Click that green button down the bottom, check mark. All right, now I got a block. Okay, now you see that red block for July 8th through the 15th. All right. But again, say my wife calls me and said, hey, can't go on vacation. There's a hurricane in Florida. All right, we can go up here. That circle with the line going through it. Click that. Delete block. All right, I can delete that day, or you can delete, I actually got to delete day by day then. You can add a block for multiple days, but you got to delete a block day by day. Okay, so get the Arbiter app downloaded. Okay, so go to your app store and you got to download Arbiter Sports.
Next,
Sure.
So back on that block, I actually done this the hard way when I was setting up blocks. I'd still get assignments on those dates, and I'm like, I put a block and assignment. I didn't see it, and I was able to assign this with clearly you didn't block it. I'm like, I can send you a screen. See that little button that says firm? But unless you mark it as firm, the signer can override the block without relocking it. So I learned now it's that firm, so it's a firm block so they can't accidentally send it.
Yeah, if you don't want to show up at all, like in the search, then you got to click firm. If you want to show up and have a B next to your name that should indicate block, then you would not click firm. They can still assign you to blocking, but I think they're getting pretty. There's one assigner who maybe struggles with that, but everybody else is pretty good. So that's the schedule and the blocking piece. Now earlier I was talking to you about contacts, right? So here's why. Here's where you can search who you're working with. Okay, say I'm going to work with Mark. All right. I'm going to search Mark. And there now I can see Mark's picture. Okay. There's Mark. Okay, so oh yeah, that's Mark. All right, cool. And then here's Mark's information. Say I wanted to shoot him a text or give him a call. I can click on his mobile number, type text, and bam, I can send him a message. All right. Now, if you're Shane Morgan, what does that guy look like? I can't remember. Shane doesn't have his picture or his address or his zip code. So I'm wondering why I got to go searching to find him. I'm trying to assign him to something out the Breakout. So anyhow.
Do you think the firm with the dates is the same with miles? Like he puts a miles block of 40 miles, but we can get tournaments right away. Because we were potential available if I was in the assign to be similar?
Yeah, there's two different search options as the assigner. There's potential, and then there's available.
Right.
If you go to potential, he'll be in there. If you go to available, I don't think he would.
Correct, yes. But you can assign potential findings, obviously, that's still for inside of here. That's fine.
You gotta click public right there. All right.
Not
Okay. You gotta click on that. Click on that. I'll look at the signing system. It might activate the profile. So we'll talk about I'll set you up. All right, and then so inbox. This is going to have all the messages that are sent to Arbiter. This is going to have those messages. Okay, I've also got a signing set up in there, so I'll see like it'll send an email each day when somebody didn't accept an assignment and then accept the message. All right. Arbiter Pay. This is another way to transfer your funds. Okay, so you go into your account, see how much money you have, and then transfer. Say $50 again. Done. Okay. Not only got the one account in there, so but there's no money available, so it happens as much as you can transfer. But if you have money in there and you have multiple accounts, that's how you do it. Go ahead and transfer funds in the bottom, select how much you want, and then if you have multiple accounts, you click on the two, it pulls this up and you have the different selections you make. And then the transfer button at the bottom.
It's in all money to Ken Watkins. I'll make sure my information is up there.
Yeah. So other than that, profile, again, this is what it would look like if you got your sharing your profile public. But we can go back to Shane now, since you updated this, how quickly it is on the website. Now there's so now you can see the Shane pulls it in. The Shane with the jacket, at a door meeting, you grabbed it and type it right home. We find that and text and say, I'm dropping your jacket off, and I'll start pushing. And then in settings, the one thing here is if you want push notifications, meaning you're notified when something happens, here's your options, and you can turn these on or off. Okay, if you don't want to get notified about new games, game changes, etc., you want to get notifications on your phone, turn them off. If you don't want them, turn them on. And then the iCal, if you do something else I want to show you guys. So if you want to integrate your schedule into your calendar, into your mobile app calendar, you click on this iCal feed right here, subscribe to calendar, okay? Hit subscribe. All right, it's going to ask you what colors you want. And then I already got it set up, so say I select the red. All right, and I would hit add. And then when I go in my calendar, see all my assignments are ready. And my wife is able to, I set Arbiter up on her phone too, and it's syncing calendar to her phone, so she can see it as well. So that she can ask me, hey, where are you referring to? So it saves me to answer a few more questions over the week, which after a few courses you see them. Oh, she listens, all right. Yep, she was, oh, you got another meeting now. We didn't have that meeting last week. You told me you weren't taking any more this year. We have told a little white lie. So any questions on the mobile app? We'll get you set up once we're done. Okay. But hopefully that's helpful, especially if you haven't been using it. It's free to use, so they used to charge for it. They made it free like 4 or 5 years ago. So I'm going to jump back into the laptop here, and then we're going to look at track wrestling, how to score a match. Okay, so you get all your computers fired up. Shane, you got yours. Mark, you got yours. Click that button in the upper right hand corner. Okay, you're set. And then Dennis. Okay, go click on the Google button down the bottom there. Yep. And then click on that side control. All right, so first, I want you guys to look at the matches list. This is going to be the first thing you probably see when, make sure it's keep switching to this Wi-Fi here. It's not that track wrestling. It's back to my phone. All right, so you're going to go to this matches list here. All right, and say you get to say you're going to be a table worker at a tournament. Click on the Google button and then click on Mat Side Controller. Got it? Okay. So most tournaments and a lot of dual meets now are using track wrestling. In fact, the advisory committee recommended that the IHSA adopt the OCP functionality inside of track wrestling, which is essentially roster and weight management inside the track. The board approved that recommendation in the June meeting. So this upcoming season, every team is going to be inside of track wrestling with their rosters and their weight management, weight descent plans. Okay, all their weigh-ins have to be entered in after each weigh-in with the actual weights, and it's going to tell them what weight the wrestler can go. So clinicians and rule interpreters are going to be fielding as many questions. Hopefully,
Is that compatible with the mat box? There's a lot of these tools for the mat box.
I don't know if it's compatible with mat box. I know a lot of them are using mat box for scorekeeping, but if they're using it for weigh-ins too, then rosters make sense. Yeah. So I don't know if the weight management coincides, but track wrestling they have to use now moving forward. So they're also all the tournaments are using track wrestling to score, create brackets, for tournament administration, and I have been seeing more dual meets be used, track wrestling being used for more dual meets. So, long story short, track wrestling is growing in terms of utilization, specifically in the state of Illinois. And as officials, instead of going to what used to be a scorebook, maybe a flip chart for points, and a separate clock or a scoreboard for points, which they may or may not still use the scoreboard, but the actual official scorekeeping, the book, is what we can call it, right, is being kept on the computer via track wrestling more and more. So, if you're going to be a table worker at a tournament, or maybe a state tournament, or you're an official where this is being used, it's really good to know how to use this software and how to maybe fix something, because that's what's going to happen. Now, I'm not going to be able to teach you guys how to, if something gets disconnected and how to reconnect, like that's something that takes time. I'm not going to be able to teach that in 20 minutes. But what I can teach you here is the basic mainframe on which you need to look at and be able to score or switch or delete points or go to the next period or go to the previous period because somebody clicked the wrong button and then they freak out and you've got to fix it so you can keep your match going. So that being said, if you look at this left menu bar over here, there's matches, there's match, and there's result. These are the three areas of functionality that you can really worry about, okay? and that we're going to cover. So the first thing is matches. So say you're going to be a table worker, and you're going to be table 1, you're table 2, table 3, table 4, or mat 4, mat 5. Okay? So say I'm mat 6. So you guys go grab your mat. I'm mat 6. John, you're mat 1, so you'll grab mat 1. Okay? And when you do that, you'll see where it says mat 6 up here for me. It'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. It's going to have the weight class. You could select by weight class, but don't do that. And it's going to have incomplete only as the default setting. You never need to change this unless for some reason you can go back and look at a previously completed match. But incomplete. So these are the matches that are waiting to be wrestled. All right. The bout order is going to determine which match is at top and which match is on bottom. And essentially what it's saying is always pull from the top. Always pull the lower number bout. Okay, keep it turned up full in the correct order. So, you're gonna go grab that first stop. Okay, click on that. Now ignore the names, ignore the teams, don't worry about that. This is just a sample. I imported the CPL championship, which I ran for Tony last year. I put it into the staging environment, the test environment for us to use. Now, say some kid came over and bumped you and you accidentally hit settings. Go ahead, hit settings up there. Yep. Now you're freaking out like, what the heck happened, kid? You know, you help the kid. Don't freak out, don't help the kid. All you gotta do is go and click match. It takes you back to that match, the match that you're in. Okay? All right. So, say these two kids check in, and say for me, Maxwell shows up. He's actually in a red singlet, and Austin's in a green singlet. No big deal. Official, who you want to be red, who you want to be green. Okay? Max, your Maxwell Nevinger. Kid says, yes, I am, or he tells you his name. Okay, the official wants him red. All you got to do is go up here and grab red, and it flips the colors.
It takes you to Appleton.
Or it turns my TV off. All right, so let's go.
You said something about the network. Yeah.
Don't you run out of here? I wish Miller was in here, because he's always the one that's in here.
This is just like the regular Apple TV connection. So let's just try something here. Mike, you have that adapter?
You're done for HDMI or for the projector?
Projector. That cord I gave back to you. Oh, there we go. Now we got it back again. All right, here. Sorry, guys. You can leave that plug in. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're back. All right. So Maxwell was green before, right? So Maxwell shows up. Okay. What's your name? Maxwell Nevinger. What's your name? Austin Dempsey. Okay. Shane, you're the official. Who do you want to be green? Okay. So we're going to go either way. You can go, okay, set on me red, or go over here and tap on me green. So we'll change the color automatically for you. All right. They go off, put their angle bands on. All right. Now, match starts. Okay.
The computer says he's red.
Yeah. Just make the change and roll with it. Now, match starts. Okay. You have two options. You can use your mouse and go over here and click the start button and click the stop button. Or what I like to do, I'm right-handed with my mouse. So I'll take my left hand, using my middle finger or my index finger, I'll hover over the bottom, like the down arrow on the cursor. All right, and I'll have my hand on the mouse, and that's how I'll click on the points, and I'll show you how to do that. But when Shane starts to whistle as the official, just click the down button, starts the clock. Shane stops the whistle as the official, click the down button, stops the clock. So the down button starts and stops the clock for you. Or you can use the mouse. Okay? Now, say it was the other whistle you heard, you thought Shane blew the whistle, you shouldn't start the match yet. You go back to 2 minutes, just click reset. It automatically sets us 2 minutes. Click continue, we can start the match.
Right, so that the arrow right above the seconds.
Right here,
No, that one has to.
right here.
That one, you would ask that one, so that's how we started.
So you gotta reset it, then you need to start it again, stop it, and go back there and keep it 2 minutes.
It'll actually, it'll take you back to
Your previous,
set.
usually this one's best for, we're in the referee's position, the referee blows the whistle, you start the match, the referee blows the whistle right away again, issue the caution, you need 2 seconds back on the clock. Rather than, clicking this thing and trying to mess around to add the seconds back on, you do what Shane said, you can go there and click that button right there and it takes it back on. Now, I'm starting the match, okay? Signal a takedown. Always click on these words, okay? Click on the words with the colors. So takedown, okay? All right, automatically puts red on top. See how it's position changed from neutral to top? And puts green on bottom. All right, and green gets an escape. Click on the escape. Puts it back to neutral, right? No big deal. Stop the match, went out of bounds, click the down button, or use your mouse to click on stop. Good to go. All right, you can keep working through. There's stalling, there's the caution, there's the penalties. You click stalling, it puts a fist over here, stalling on green. Right? Say green stalling again. All right, click stalling again. Right? Automatically adds a penalty 1. Same thing, stalling again, no big deal. All right, now say that there was a fall. 28 seconds, there was a fall. All right, you go to result, and since the match, the time hasn't run out yet, the system automatically recognizes that to be a fall. Okay? Go back to the match. We're in neutral, so you would need to get a takedown most likely before. So say that Austin got a takedown this time, I'll go takedown Austin, go to result. And since Austin was in top, when I'm going to result, it thinks Austin has a fall, which in most cases Austin would in that scenario. All right? If you go back to match, say there's blood time. Okay, Max has blood time. And the official said need blood time. Start that clock. Alright? Official said stop the blood time. Click stop. Now, on the whether it's a TV monitor or a nice track wrestling clock that they don't make anymore, so those are coming few and far in between, it's still going to show the 4:54 on the clock. So to get back to the match clock, because coaches are always going to ask, how much time left, how much time left? You go right here to the main clock area, and you click set. And it takes you back to your regular match. Click set a minute 32 back on the clock. Everyone's good to go. Right. Yeah.
What do you do if it's a different result, like it's first period, there's 20 seconds left, but the guy's got to do the fall. The goes going to take fall.
Yep. Great question. So you'll go to result, and then you'll go here,
Find it.
and you got injury default right here.
Is there a defensive fall?
You go in and change the wrestling.
No,
You would go in that case with the defensive fall. I always make sure it's because it shows the kid on top would be the winner.
Yeah.
You have to go in and
right here.
make sure
You click on Maxwell, and click on fall.
you change it.
Or you change whoever.
So it's
So
showing
the man doesn't.
The defensive fault.
So right now, Austin's on top, right? So I go here, and I click result. It's going to think Austin won my fall. Say Mac, there's a defensive fall. You can either go here and select Maxwell, Or you can just click on his name and it'll move it over him as the winner. Okay? I'm gonna go back into the match. Say the period's over, we're gonna go to the next period. All right, next period, now it's gonna ask for choice. All right, so Shane's the official, he says, hey, green defers, so I'm gonna click on defer. Red chooses bottom, okay. I'm gonna go red bottom. Now it automatically sets you up in the right position for the next period. And if I was to go forward to the next choice, it tells you right here who has choice. Okay? So you can keep rolling from there. So I want to have you, what time is it? 1:48. So we're going to watch a match. And we're going to have you guys practice scoring match. So let's go back to matches. You probably messed around inside of that match, which is fine, so that's what this is intended for. So grab the second bout. That should be a clean bout with nothing there.
Should we grab from mat 6 and go to 8:19 or go to our mat?
Your mat. Yep, your mat second bout. So your mat, what, 5? Okay, so if you have scores on yours, click on the scores and click delete. So like right here, I've got score on mine, click on that and click on delete.
I'm not seeing that.
Is yours 0, 0?
No, 1, 2.
Go to the next period. Just click through and make sure there's nothing in the scoring box. All the way through and then go back to the first period once it's clear. Okay, let's go probably first that. Go to the next period. You can just type in delete all there. Delete space. Click on one of the words. There you go. All entries. And I'll type in delete all the lowercase.
Does that mean that?
No capital D. You're all set. So we'll go to that computer you want to. Go back to the first period. Go to go forward to the next. Go off the board. Yeah. Go to the first period. And then confused, go back to the all the lowercase. First period.
I got this match.
Alright,
Score myself right.
Does it look like you?
okay.
Looks like that.
Looks like this.
I got the photo.
Turn the volume on so we can hear this. Alright, we are going to score this match. You guys ready?
1 second.
Yep, start and stop the clock. You're going to score the points.
In the square, I have a red square. Where I put it.
Two red takedown. And then escape one green. So 2-1, we're going to go put next up there for choice. So green shorts, green furs, compare the fur for green, and the bottom for red. That's automatically put in the right position heading to the second period. Green fur, still last. This is their fault. No, stalemate. Near fall. Right now, 42 green, right? Green's on mine. Let's see, what's supposed to be like combination? To the red, breakout. In front of the boundary and space. 6-4 green. There you go. Over. Yeah. Now they do the shake hands thing. Kids across the table verify his name, say he's doing that for a result. Okay. Green should automatically show up, winner by decision. Click save result. It takes you back to your next match. Or your next match history. So that's track wrestling and a scorekeeping in a nutshell, and timekeeping for that matter. Yeah. Take it as a choice. Good job, guys. You guys are like pros, so you're ready to sport tournaments. If we need volunteers in the state tournament, I expect to see all of you submit your names.